up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught by Coleman. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Forced out to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deshaun Hall able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Michael Kendricks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Shotgun. Gun.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Steps away. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll bring up third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third down, Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like
a first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8. Throwing again is Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
20.
McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Penny, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And some room to work. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, They had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Newton. And this will complete right side to Funchess. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Out of the gun, Newton. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
.21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On second down, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Gun. 14. Tempo.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13 and also The first down.
14. Tempo. Got it.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. It's caught by Funchess. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Going with a screen for Murray. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring it down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line.
This drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Tempo. Let's go, 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go.
Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Newton throwing again. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he lost the football. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run. Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks up. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey. Express! What is
Now Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw is Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside. and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Ohio! Ohio!
After the penalty, it's Penny. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Here comes Grant on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Newton on first down. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Space here up to the 5-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Seahawks,